So I can't wait to take these home because we're serving more and more cheese at home, and our collections of cheese sets are really beautiful. Again, they're celebrating all the workmanship and all these studios that we work with that can cut all the small wood and bone and put them all together. This is a lot of work, and we have a set of 3. We're doing in 2 different patterns here of mosaics, and all done in the 3 different popular cheese knives. So this is a group of again, great giftables for entertaining. Over here we have a salad fork and spoon. It's done as a set of 2. We have done horn for over 20 years, and so we really have the best artisans working in it. We love it. It's a trend that's been around for a long time, and it really celebrates nature and this beauty. If you can just see the way the light passes through, this is what happens with horn. Each piece is going to be different.
Let's try putting it up against the light.
Unlike most materials, okay, most materials don't show their integrity like horn, like horn does. So that's what we love about this material, that each piece is so different. It's assorted, 2 different patterns, and they all come in a gift bag with the wood button tie. So another great giftable, for you. We also have here a new item which is celebrating coral, also from nature. And this is using a cappus shell spoon with a resin handle that looks just like a real coral. It feels so soft and wonderful. And you can see all the different elements that are on this. Each one is beautifully packaged in this natural cotton bag with an MOP button, and makes a great just small gift for you as well. And then the final item we have here in Natura are these spoons. When we started doing and working with cappus shell materials, this is one of our first items, and you can see this cappus is so beautifully carved and put together here. And these are different stones. They're agates that are just inlaid and placed onto these spoons, and it's assorted 6 different agate colors.
They will vary since they're
and they will vary. So if we have to change one of the color agates, and they'll vary in shape and size, and they're all carved by hand. So that's our Natura additions for you. And next I want to talk about the big move and the big change which is happening in Paris. So we travel all around the world, and we've been traveling to Paris for years, and we are ready to move our Paris apartment down to an area of France called Avignon. And it's a little more classic and French, and not so metropolitan. And in doing so, we're kind of changing the whole look of Paris, and it's going to become, in a sense, one could say, more neutral. And one of the things we've been inspired by you guys and our customers is that they're really into the neutral, so that they can go anywhere. And so what you're going to see in Paris is it's going to be converted into a color palette that is just white, or a gray, or silver, and just a lighter, maybe cooler kind of neutrals than the golds and things that we've been doing before. And we see that trend, whether we see it in restoration hardware, where people are really taking that whole, that came from Belgium originally, that whole look. And if you visit Belgium, you'll see most of the places are done in these grays. And we're picking up really on this European look, which is really less colorful. It's not like colors all over the place. It's just shaped more, and we're picking up the family of the silver and the grays and just this neutral palette. And so I think that you're really going to love what we're doing, and our first conversion of this is for the June collection. You will see that we will continue to go down it. It highlights a lot of eye candy, whether it's the silver metallics that you guys do so well with, whether it's glass, whether it's jeweled frames, all these things, pens, all these things will continue to be an important part. Perfume bottles and things like that, a feminine attitude, but now we're just trying to recreate it and re-inspire you and our customers in something that is totally Tews. And so why don't we go through some of the items that we're talking about, and why don't we start here with these jeweled frames. It's a category that we've had and we've done very well with over time. And so here is, we picked, we worked with our vendor and selected this beautiful frame here that really has tremendous workmanship in the metal. This is all done in pewter. And then we selected a very neutral, and this is actually a little off our color, but blends in so beautifully. But it really demonstrates where we're taking it in this very soft champagne jewel. And so we did, again, by color. And as TZ mentioned earlier, some of the things we're offering are just some different ways of assorting and offering our product. And so this frame will stand horizontally or vertically. It has the same velvet back and the same backs that our jeweled frames have had before. And this is just a really gorgeous collection, also at a good value in terms of our jeweled frames. Here we have a perfume bottle, and these are done. These are labels, but they're kind of embedded into the glass. So this just feels like on glass material, but instead we print the label and then we have a special coating that we put on the top of the glass, so you don't even know. You would think, most people would think it's embedded in the glass, and that's how we make it. And so this is coming with a very typical rough chipped top that looks like it was found in an antique market here, okay, with all this dirt inside. And with these are meant to look like they were found in a flea market in the middle of France, okay. And so we did 3 different shapes as a set of 3 with this old look to it, and and so we loved when we were able to reproduce such and bring back such history for you. On the other end of the spectrum, we have a very clean silver picture frame here. Very neutral. This can go from the finest stationeries to the gift departments, of a wedding store. They're beautifully done in silver and alloy. The backs are made just perfectly. And so we're doing this as a set of 3, very classic and very simple. And these are no-brainer gifts for anyone. I mean, anytime you need a gift, they're feminine, they're neutral, they certainly are masculine as well. I mean, this is a beautiful frame. So this is the type of perfect, in the middle of the bullseye type of photo frame. On other jeweled frames here, this is a set. Okay, we're selling this as a set, and then we're doing it in 3 different colorings, and also really well priced. They have a crystal jewel here along with the enamel, and it's just the whole combination and the look that we feel is great along with the price. So this is 2 sizes in this set of frames there. And then in the front is something a little more dramatic. So there will be little sparks of color, but they'll be done in a very sophisticated, really nice way. Here, I love the iridescence on the clear jewel that comes through, and then we've accented it with a very subtle color there that you really you see, maybe not in the first look, but as you approach it. And that's what I think is great about a decorative accessory. It should have surprises as you begin to look at it and study the object. Another item here, some other things that we are successful with are some pens, and this is coming as a set of 2 in a gift bag, and this is pens that we've done before in a lac, not exactly like this, but the concept of doing pens in a bag as a set, and they come assorted 3 different colorings that you see here. It's a turquoise, a purple, and a salmon, and they all come in the gold gift bag. Then we're also selling another pen for the fall, just an assortment of black and the black and grays and crystals, certainly coming in a countertop display.
Use Eamon to do a pen catalog, because you should be able to place a pen in just about every story in the store.
Okay, the next is wall art. This is actually a wall mirror. I think of it as wall art because I could see a dozen of these on a wall creating a fantastic statement. This has the bullnose, the mirror on it here, and this is a silver leaf resin. But what's happening here is that we antique the silver. So after we get the silver leaf on, we are then antiquing it so that the surface is really irregular. And so each one's going to be different and dirty and, I mean, however you want to describe it. But that is the effect that we have on this item for hanging. We have here a new frame that, now this isn't gold. And so sometimes you'll see traces of gold, and we may have a subcategory of gold in it, but what we loved about this was the richness of the gold. It has a lot of red in the color, and then all of the antiquing. And it's a very gutsy, beautiful look, and we did it as a set of two in two sizes, in a 4x6 and 5x7. We also recreated braiding. Okay, and this is inspired by baskets that we have, and so we have here a braiding that we did in silver, in an antique silver here, and get up close so you can really see the detail of the workmanship. This is all done in resin, so it's sculpted, okay, and it's really a great piece of art. So this is also sold as a set of two, and they'll stand horizontally or vertically as well. One of the categories that you guys have done well with is when we combine the mirror and the metal. And you all have seen sometimes it's hard to do that so perfectly, and and at times it's just, I think we have to explain to our customers that these are not perfect. They are using a flexible metal, and I don't mean perfect or not perfect. It's just that this type of metal is bendable. I mean, I could bend some of this with my fingers. So you have to understand that if something is like this, this is how it's made. It's made of a soft metal material, and so you're going to have a rough look. And I can tell you that other companies that have this type of look out there, the whole company looks kind of very worn and stuff. And so I just want to make sure that our customers understand that this whole look is it's not meant to be perfect. And so please don't expect each box to look the same. I mean, one box may open this far, one box may open farther. That's because, I mean, I could break this off right now. That's the material, and that's what's happening in this, in this look. This is meant to look. These are all pieces reproduced from history, okay, and made the same way, and we've been able to reproduce them so beautifully. Check out inside Z, okay, and you'll see that it has the mirrored bottom, which I love as a great accent. But again, just look at the detail, the soldering. You're going to see, in a sense, how some of these are made when you look at them. That is how they are, and so we just have to be sure we're fitting customers' expectations properly. Then we also did some candle holders, and I think a great representation of that is that, can you see the hole here? That could be how some of them are, come together. Okay, they're soldered here and here, and they're not soldered in the center. That's fine. We are okay with that, and that for us. We want them to not look perfect. So I just have to make that clear to everyone. We want them to not look perfect, and so please explain to the customers, that's the look here. The look here is meant to look old and to look like they were recreated from parts and different things. So we love the look, that's the true hand thing. Now, this is selling as a set of two candle holders. Now, you could also put a votive cup in here and then have flowers, and create a little posy arrangement too, or a combination, and that'll be great. The larger version right here holds a larger pillar candle, and imagine a pair of these or done on the table all together. It really makes for a beautiful, beautiful accent on a table. So we took the old designs and I guess made them a little more modern in a sense in terms of shapes, and I just want to finish all this. Okay, sorry. Okay, then another item that we have here is a really super large. This is an etched glass with a mercury glass effect. the category is done really well for us. This is a top that comes off, and you could use drieds and different things, or use it with a cover. And Z, if you can get in here, please, you can see some of some of the carving that's done. That's all done by hand and etched, and they take the piece and they have to work with it with the machines, with the wheels, the stone wheels that do cutting in glass. In terms of the neutrality of this new Avignon collection, this could be one of my favorite frames personally, just because I love the snake skin and this fabric here, which is done at a very soft material. So it's not is it the same suede type of material?
Polyester.
So it's a polyester, it's a faux suede, but they put this snake skin effect on it. It's really just absolutely gorgeous. A print onto the suede, or hand printed. Okay, so very cool. Hopefully you guys will either have a sample or see it in the showroom. You have swatches. Wow, you have swatches of the sample, so you can touch the fabric yourself. Fantastic. And this has a gate metal border on it, a beautiful clean back. And look at these three neutrals. How fantastic. This is really where we're going with Avignon. And you will see that creation in the pictures in the catalog that you have and in the showroom. So this is a new frame, really great basic for us. Here's another frame. Again, this is made by the same frame person that I spoke about earlier that does a special job on wood and carvings. And so we have this collection of frames that we decided also to put some beautiful inserts designed by our team here, that people may just want to buy these as wall art like this. They all hang and they all stand horizontally or vertically, but this is a picture frame, or it's
two shades. So there is the antique silver and then the silver. It will be like that.
Okay, so this one will always be an antique silver, and this one will always be in the different silver. So as you see it is what you're going to get.
Correct.
And again, we're trying to create a feeling of more found objects as opposed to something that presto comes out of a machine. And so by offering these assortments, we help the store look more unique. We have our fleur-de-lis soaps, guest soaps, and we package them in our Avignon in a collection with all our old perfume label art. What a great gift. Okay, you're talking about giftables. This is really, comes all packed here, soap wafers, and just, I don't know, it has an orchid scent, and I just think it's really pleasant and simple. And then the last item we have is our Welcome Go Away pillow. This is actually not the final sample. It'll have a little narrower trim, but the concept of our Go Away pillow had been online, I think it still is, for years, and we said we need to update that, and so we have our Go Away on one side and our Welcome on the other. And with that note, we welcome you guys. We hope you enjoy. Oh, we have one more item. Whoop. Okay, we have some new Wise Saying trays, and so we did 4 new trays.
4 of the 8 that we did.
We have 4 of the 8 here.
Yeah.
The other 4
We're still
are in front of you
working on
in
some
the
colors.
catalog. And so what inspired us? We want to keep you guys looking, pushing, adding to the store's shelves, and in terms of market and product placement. So we continue to update them. This version, or this collection of 8, is, I guess, more modern and brighter and simpler.
Like the Chit Chat trays. The smaller
Okay.
ones, the color has had really great response, so we're translating that into our traditional trays.
So
that
you guys have
also
sold the
respond.
Chit Chat tray very well. You love that bright color feeling and a more modern approach. So we said, all right, so let's give them a grouping, the next grouping like that. So I'm hoping that you are enjoying all of the Wise Saying trays. I know that more and more I get calls for different ones from friends, and they look on our website and they say, oh, I love that tray and this saying, and everybody can relate to a different one. This is a whole business by itself, and we're hoping that you guys are able to take advantage of it. So thank you for spending this time, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're with us. We hope we've inspired you with some fantastic product, and have a great cycle. Thank you very much.